Y'all already know, man. Looper Norris back with another video, another reaction. So before we get into this video, I'm gonna go over the new track that I have out, Gossip. This one is available through SoundCloud. I'll have it up on my YouTube page a little bit later. Officially, it'll be out for tomorrow, all platforms, but for today, just SoundCloud and my YouTube channel for later on. If you go onto my SoundCloud page, look up Looper Norris, you'll be able to find the track. Give it a listen, give it a like, man. It'll help with the algorithm, especially if you like a lot of the tracks that I've dropped in the past, man. I definitely suggest you check that out. New mixtape, I'll have this one drop for July 4th. I'm currently working on the tracks as I'm making this video. 12 tracks for this mixtape. It's called GTA in the 6 for July 4th. I'll have an album cover up very soon. New video reaction. This is a video done by the YouTuber. I could be saying his name wrong, but like it's like Zevi. I've only heard about this guy like recently. I know he's been killing it with this YouTube stuff, and I'm pretty sure he's from Toronto, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but like he has a lot of Toronto, like Canadian vibes going on with him. Like I don't know where he's actually from, but he does seem like he's a Canadian. So shout out to him. Zevi, I'm reporting this situation here through his YouTube channel about the cartel leader Mencho. This was like a super viral thing that went on the news and all over the internet, people talking about it. It basically started a bunch of chaos in Mexico because he's like a big time cartel leader in Mexico. He got killed, apparently, I think by the Mexican government, and because of that, it sparked off violence going down in Mexico currently as we speak, man. My prayers goes out to Mexico. Hopefully everything gets organized and like toned down, you know. It's pretty hectic right now. Almost everywhere in the world. It's pretty crazy right now, man. A lot of war talks, a lot of that going on, man. We're gonna go through this video as Zevi conducts this one.
Meet the man who ran one of the most violent cartels in modern history, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, aka El Mencho. And you see, El Mencho was no ordinary cartel boss. Let me put it to you like this. His group, the CJNG, was worth $50 billion. You know how much crime you gotta do to make $50 billion? So the United States and Mexico had a problem. They got together, they said, nah, El Mencho doing too much.
What?
United
$50 billion, bro. Like it makes you wonder, like all kinds of shit just going down in the underground, and just like just so much shit that just goes down in like the street world, bro. Like that's insane, man.
They said, so Mexico, let us know what he be doing down there. Mexico said, well, for starters, he be selling that stuff. The United States said, well, of course. Where he be coming though? Texas, California. Mexico said, no, he be selling all over the world. He be in Africa, he be in China, he worldwide with it.
That's crazy.
Said, $50 billion. Yeah, that makes sense. Mexico said, yeah, and don't get mad, but he also be stealing oil. The United States said, oil. What y'all need? The CIA, the FBI? We got to put aside our differences. The United States and Mexico locked in. But CIA, this, CIA, that, El Mencho was not going to be easy to capture because you're not listening.
You notice that as soon as they mention oil, then they're just like, oh, okay, let's pay attention.
I said $50 billion. This man basically had his own private military. They even got their names on their uniform. They weren't hiding about it. I got to blur out half this picture. That man had an RPG.
That's another thing that I've noticed, man. A lot of like cartels, they be like geared up like they're SWAT teams, bro. Cause like that looked like a legitimate SWAT team that worked for the government. That was a cartel, bro. So like, yo, shit's getting pretty intense right now, man.
Afraid to use their too. In fact, that's what makes it so tough to take out cartel bosses because of retaliation. It's basically the threat of you mess with us, we burning it all down. But that does not mean Mexico has not been trying. They've been trying for many, many years to capture El Mencho. But every time Mexico ups it, El Mencho doubles it. They sent the police after El Mencho. They caught one of his people. El Mencho said, okay, then we're going to catch the police. So El Mencho's group, the CJNG, were blocking roads and police officers. The Mexican government said, okay, okay, so we gonna send the army. El
That's
Mencho said,
crazy.
bet, I'm gonna send the army too. It's just gonna be my army. El Mencho started rocket launching army helicopters out the sky. The United States said, damn, how about we try this our way? You see, if there's one thing you gotta know about the United States is it prides itself in gathering intelligence. And what that looks like a lot of times is finding out a target's weakness. In El Mencho's case, it was a woman. Now, people aren't exactly sure if it's this woman, but you get the point. So the United States CIA said, look, he got a girl. Let's follow her.
Okay, El Mencho. Okay.
And here's where things start to get wicked. They start following her around. She go to the store, they go to the store. She go to the laundromat, they go to the laundry.
She's wearing a bulletproof vest, bro. Like, yo, that's how you know it's serious, man.
She go and visit El Mencho. They go and visit El Mencho. Going to this place in Mexico called Tapalpa. They said, Tapalpa? Ain't nothing in Tapalpa. Or is there? So they gather up the whole crew. They gather up the army. They gather up the police force, and they start rolling deep. It was off to Tapalpa, but the roads started getting blocked and all that. They said, we getting close. More roads blocked by burning cars. The CJNG was trying to slow down the Mexican forces. But not this time. The Mexican forces blitzed through and found El Mencho in a compound with his army. And a firefight ensued. It was like a scene out of a movie. Explosions, RPGs going off, army versus army. Eventually, when the dust settled, the Mexican army took El Mencho.
It's literally like a movie, straight up, bro, but like in real life.
Into custody. But he had a lot of injuries, and as they were trying to transfer him, he got from his injuries. And well, as the Mexican government feared, the CJNG said, well, you mess with us, we're burning it down. So the CJNG went on a spree of burning down cars, blocking roads, just causing chaos in Mexico. 25 Mexican National Guard members were. Yeah, the retaliation is real. But Mexico, as always, continues to stand strong and is putting up a hard fight against cartels. As for El Mencho's legacy, the CJNG, his cartel group, people are worried about the power vacuum that has now arisen since El Mencho was. People have no idea who's gonna take over where. El Mencho's son, who would have been a favorite to take over, is actually in custody by the United States. The Mexican government captured him a few years back and sent him to the US. So that leaves El Mencho's inner circle and close family. People are worried that a couple people are gonna go at it, because remember, $50 billion is what El Mencho's group was worth. When you're talking about $50 billion, yeah, people are going to be very desperate to try to lead that organization. I want you to take a look at this map. It shows how much influence El Mencho's group, the CJNG, had. Let me show you a quick, easy way to read this map. You see this little gray space right here? That's the only part of Mexico that the CJNG didn't have influence over. Everywhere else in this map basically means their territory. And remember, their influence is also worldwide. Africa, China. I saw a shirt that said CJNG for Africa. Like, their organization was an organization. They made t-shirts. You see, really what I'm trying to have you understand is somebody's going to want to take over that group. And if there's a war within the CJNG to take over that group, it can get really, really violent. Remember, they have military arms. But there's something else that made the CJNG dangerous. It's the fact that El Mencho was a centralized leader. El Mencho basically held all of the power in his cartel, and that could be a very dangerous thing. Basically, it's kind of like this. A lot of people may know the name El Chapo, who is the leader of the Sinaloa cartel. In El Chapo's case, in the Sinaloa cartel, it was like a federation. There were so many powerful families under the Sinaloa cartel. When El Chapo was taken down, the Sinaloa cartel basically split into these different families. You see, under a federation, if things split, things can split. It's like if the United States, for some reason, decides to split into 50 states, everyone will just go their own way. But in El Mencho's case, he was basically like the king of his cartel. That means winner takes all. Whoever leads that cartel has everything. There ain't no powerful factions. The king rules the country, the king rules the country. It don't split. But to make matters worse, let's say for some reason, even if El Mencho's group, the CJNG, disappears that's going to leave a power vacuum in itself. So other cartel groups that are still in Mexico are going to want that number one spot as well. So much money is made with people selling that stuff. It always seems like there is a group that pops in every few years that takes over the entire landscape. Basically, as long as there's a massive amount of money to be made, there's always going to be somebody out there that wants to make that money. So it's just a very, very tough situation when it comes to cartels and Mexico. So people are keeping a very close eye on the CJNG and seeing how the power divides amongst them. But either way, I hope the best for the citizens of Mexico and hope this problem gets solved sooner rather than later.
Yeah, man. Man, Mexico, they've been having problems like this for the longest time, man. Just like cartels taking over different areas, almost being their own government in a sense, you know? It's almost like they're so powerful. They're like their own government. All these threats and all these like bribes and just a lot of things getting swept under the rug just to keep people alive. Like, it's like hell there right now, man. There's a lot of kidnappings there too, man. Definitely my prayers goes out to Mexico, man. Hopefully everything gets calmed down real soon. It really seems like World War III might spark off real soon. Just too many countries beefing with each other, man. Like, getting scary, man. But we'll see what happens, man. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation, man. Like the video for the algorithm. That's gonna help me a whole lot, man. Check out Gossip, available on SoundCloud, available on my YouTube page soon, officially available everywhere for tomorrow. A GTA the 6th 12-track mixtape that's dropping for July 4th. Yeah, man, I'm out of here.